We think we are the first to build towers of steel, the first to map the stars, the first to command fire, stone, and knowledge. But the ruins that remain tell a different story. They whisper of worlds erased, worlds that rose in power and then fell into silence. Floods, fire, stone, memory, and forgetting. The oldest memory we share as humans is the story of water. Not rivers or rain, but oceans rising, swallowing mountains and cities. From Mesopotamia, the Epic of Gilgamesh tells of Utnapishtim, saved from a flood sent by the gods. In India, Manu was warned by a sacred fish to build a vessel. In the Bible, Noah carries the seed of life in his ark. In Greece, Deucalion and Pyrrha repopulated the earth after waves consumed mankind. Even the Hopi, the Inca, and the Inuit tell of a great flood. These are not isolated stories. They are echoes, repeating across the world. 12,000 years ago, glaciers melted, and sea levels rose more than 100 meters. Imagine our world today. New York, London, Tokyo, Shanghai, gone beneath the waves. If cities once stood on the coastlines of that world, they would now lie drowned, hidden by time and water. And perhaps we have already found them. Off the coast of India lies Dwarka, long thought a myth, until divers discovered ruins beneath the sea. Off Japan lies Yonaguni, a stone monument with terraces and steps cut into the seabed. Off Cuba, sonar revealed massive geometric blocks deep below the Atlantic. Some say natural formations. Others believe they are the bones of cities swallowed long ago. It was Plato who gave a name to one of these lost worlds, Atlantis. He described a mighty empire, richer and stronger than any of his age. Its ships ruled the seas. Its temples glittered with gold. Its people mastered knowledge that seemed divine. But arrogance brought their fall. In a single day and night, Atlantis sank beneath the waves. For centuries, explorers have searched for it. Some believe it was Santorini, destroyed by volcanic fire. Others point to Crete, home of the Minoans, who vanished after catastrophe. Some look to the Azores, or to ruins hidden in the Caribbean. In 2001, researchers scanning the Cuban seabed claimed to find vast stone structures, as if a city lay buried beneath the ocean. Whether Atlantis was a single place or a memory of many lost cities, the myth endures. And in that myth lies a warning. Even the greatest can fall. Survivors, some say, carried their knowledge across the seas, to Egypt, to Mesoamerica, to distant lands where pyramids would later rise. In Turkey, far from the sea, another secret lay buried under a hill. In 1994, a farmer uncovered stones that would change history. Archaeologists dug and unearthed Göbekli Tepe, a temple 12,000 years old. Older than the pyramids, older than Stonehenge, older even than agriculture itself. Massive stone pillars rise in circles, carved with animals and symbols. Alignments to the stars suggest astronomy far beyond what hunter-gatherers should have known. And yet, we are told they were the builders. Nomads with no cities, no writing, no farming. And somehow, temples of stone. How could such people achieve this? Some believe Göbekli Tepe was not the dawn of civilization, but its echo. That it was built by survivors of a world destroyed. That the carvings tell of a comet impact, the Younger Dryas event, which froze the earth and erased whole species. That Göbekli Tepe is not just a temple, but a warning. From the hills of Turkey, the story leads us to the sands of Egypt. There the pyramids rise as eternal guardians. Perfect geometry, aligned to the cardinal directions encoding proportions of the earth itself. Their shafts point to Orion and Sirius. We are told they are tombs, yet no pharaoh was ever found in the Great Pyramid. We are told they were built with ramps, but no ramp has ever been discovered. The Sphinx watches silently, its body scarred not by sand, but by water. Rain carved those marks, rain that has not touched the desert for thousands of years. Could the Sphinx be far older than Egypt itself? Could it belong to a forgotten age? Some whisper the pyramids were not tombs at all, but machines. Then they once generated energy, transmitting power across the desert. Others believe they were messages in stone, aligned with the heavens to preserve knowledge. In the 1990s, ground-penetrating radar revealed cavities beneath the Sphinx. To this day, they remain sealed. If Egypt inherited knowledge, then from whom? From Atlantis? From an earlier world erased by fire and flood? The stones remain, but the answers are hidden. Across the ocean, in the jungles of Central America, the Mayans built vast cities of stone, temples piercing the skies, calendars that measured time beyond millennia. They tracked the stars with precision that rivals the modern age. And then, silence. The cities were abandoned. The forests reclaimed their temples. The jungles swallowed their works. Historians speak of drought and famine, of wars that weakened their power. But the pattern repeats elsewhere. The Indus Valley collapsed. The Olmecs disappeared. The Anasazi left their cities behind. Even Rome, even Carthage, even mighty Constantinople. All thought they would last forever, and yet they crumbled. Civilizations rise, they flourish, they fall. It is not the exception, it is the pattern. And sometimes, collapse comes not from within, but from the sky itself. 12,000 years ago, the Earth entered the Younger Dryas, a sudden freeze. Some scientists believe a comet struck the planet. Others blame volcanic fire, earthquakes, pole shifts. Whatever the cause, the world changed overnight. Species vanished, climates shifted, and if civilizations existed, they may have been erased in days. But whispers remain. In Iraq, a clay jar known as the Baghdad Battery seems to hold copper and iron, perhaps once generating electricity. In Peru, elongated skulls suggest strange practices or stranger origins. In the 1500s, the Piri race map was drawn, showing coastlines of South America and even Antarctica, centuries before they were known, and Antarctica without ice. In Scotland and India, ruins of cities bear stones fused into glass, as if by heat beyond fire. Some say nuclear, others something even greater. Are these the relics of forgotten worlds? Or are they fragments of knowledge carried from survivors? The ruins speak. Atlantis, Göbekli Tepe, the pyramids, the Mayans, the flood myths that bind them. Each could be a separate tale, or perhaps they are all fragments of the same truth. Civilizations rose before us. They mastered knowledge. They built wonders. They fell. and their memory lingers only in stone, in myth, in whispers. History is not a line. It is a circle. Creation, destruction, memory, forgetting, and creation again. If it happened before, it can happen again. We are not immune. We are not eternal. We are only the latest turn of the wheel. The ruins are not just stories. They are warnings, and perhaps prophecies.